Those of us in the know have an apt descriptor for Farbe. Ink bleeding between the canvases of reality, and that's what Farbe is. A stain on each world that slowly seeps its way down to the next, and the next, and the next. The face and the pronouns change.
Is a gray flesh Sindarin male presenting.
Her skin is pinkish grayish.
His skin is kind of grayish. He has body modded himself.
She has kind of like pieces of like technology.
When he smiles, there's like a flush, a swirl of colors in his cheeks. It looks like he might have like colorful tattoos on his body.
But there's always similarities. 1. Farbe is always an artist.
Raw and fame, it is a pleasure. It's with a B.
Who's?
Farbe with a B. The portrait painter is, he's not dipping his brush in paint. The paint is just flowing off of the brush in the color he wants. One thing that the Pintar seems to be doing is it seems to be trying to rearrange Hemo-S's code. And standing there is a statue of Anastia and Ato.
Aww.
The most disturbing thing with your 2 raises, though, it appears to be trying to make something that you could possibly describe as, like, beautiful. Are you familiar with ASCII art? Like ASCII art? The statue is sculpted of jelly flesh, and it has been meticulously pinprick dyed. So, like, it doesn't have solid colors, but it has, like, big ink blossoms of color, like almost internal watercolor.
Body modifications. 2. Farbe's work usually causes emotional distress.
Turns it to you. How does this make you feel? And it's the physically, it is you doing the pose. But how does looking at this painting make Rashani feel? You tell me. You know how Farbe works. How does this make you feel?
The picture makes her feel anything but confident.
What do you feel when you look at this statue?
A mix of guilt and embarrassment.
But not always, though.
No. Ink is not bleeding between these canvases. No. Jazz, what are you hiding from me? How do you feel when you see this statue, Nastia? What does it make you feel?
I would say a mix of like hope and pride.
My working theory is that Farbe creates those other Farbes to be totally different than the original, to see things differently, experience life differently, feel differently. That way the original can gain infinite experiences to see the world through infinite worldviews. 3. Farbe isn't always the villain. Some of us lost sight of that in the past. The original one has gotta go, but some of the others, no. One of them even helped us make the spear. I cannot stress the importance of this role, not just for this campaign, but for every campaign.
7.
4.
5.
If what comes to be with the Pintar virus, it is vitally important. Make sure that the spear makes it to Chime and Render.
Whatever the case is, I'm getting close. All it's gonna take is one clean throw. The Medalist Raider from that musical world.
She is a hobgoblin woman. She has like a big, gnarly scar across her face, and it sort of like ripples her lip a little bit. Almost like the Viking hairstyle with like the top bun and stuff. And she is wearing just thick plate armor. She's sort of like sitting up there, like on the altar on the pulpit.
She's dangerous.
The forest is just decimated. Several corpses litter the field that was once a forest. and covered in blood is Yara Kultan. Her helmet has just been like dented inward. The nose piece is like skewed to the side. She has a massive bruise and gash on her cheekbone. But she is victorious.
But she's gonna help us drag that world's Farbe out of Populous. And with his death, the portal should open, and I'll have my shot.
The world is watching. The sea sees.